Mike Beck. Beck. Just saying his name brings it all back. 1969, 7th grade, the lunchroom. Him with his skinny white self coming through the double doors in a full tilt pimp. Beck, trying to pimp in a plaid shirt and high-water bell-bottoms from Value Mart. Him sticking his leg out to do a James Brown slide. What it is, people. And everyone in the lunchroom falling over laughing. Check out dude, check him out. He's sick. Beck, you're sick, Beck. What is happening, brother? And then the line that always came next. Shut up, Beck. Blacks, Asians, whites, all of us, even the teachers, even the janitors told Beck to shut up. I mean, in this way, I guess he was our most equal opportunity person. In a time when our entire school was so violently divided, Beck was the great equalizer. We all thought he was a fool. And he would talk to anybody, the most beautiful girls, the most badass guys, the honor students, the special ed rejects. It didn't matter. I mean, Beck acted like he had no idea that on the food chain that ruled our junior high school, he was plankton. And his hair, a lopsided blonde afro. I mean, it was something we had never seen. In the halls, it was, hey, scrub pad, hey, white Brillo. Or, excuse me, Beck, could you explain your hair to me? Even the school secretary, now, Mike, you're not a bad-looking boy, but that hairstyle. And then one day, he's walking around the lunchroom with a clipboard, a sign-up sheet. What it is, man. Shut up, Beck. Dare me to shave my head bald naked for 50 cents? Yes. Will you sign this paper swearing that if I shave my head, you will pay me? Yes. And then he does it. Monday morning, you can't even get near his locker. A million people jamming in to see Beck's bald head. It's such a big deal that the vice principal drags him into the office, and then you see Beck doing time on lunchroom cleanup for disruptive behavior. Him standing there in a white apron holding a stack of trays with every person who passes by stopping to feel his head. Plus, he makes $78. I had Beck in homeroom, biology, and art. He called me Foxy Lady at a time when I was definitely not considered foxy. And even though I'd act like I hated it, I have to admit, it did make me feel kind of good. He called all the girls nice things, and we all answered his call with the barf noise. Huh! Beck! In biology, when we dissected minks, it was Beck who invents the famous thing of sticking a milk straw in the mink lungs and then making them breathe, for which Mrs. Levins calls him an imbecile and then makes him look up the word in the dictionary and write the definition on the board. And it was also Beck who's the first one to help her up after she skids on some dropped organs and falls on the floor. It's him holding her arm and walking her back over to her desk when none of us knew what to do. Him asking her if she's okay and meaning it. And I remember watching him that day and realizing something horrifying. I liked him. I guess we all did. But I wasn't about to admit it. I mean, you could say Beck cracked you up. But to tell anyone you liked Mike Beck was to become one with him at the bottom of the fish tank. I just couldn't afford it. Not then. Nobody could. Not with the way our shaky world was set up. And if somebody had come up to me in the hall and told me that in 20 years I would still remember him, and not just remember him, but remember him with undeniable affection, I would have answered with, huh, Beck. I looked him up in my yearbook. Beck. I mean, just looking at his picture gave me that exact same feeling. I was cracking up just seeing him gangster lean into the camera wearing an ugly shirt from Wigwam. I flipped through the pages to see what he wrote me, and then it hits me. I never asked him to sign my yearbook. What the? Woo! Check out Beck. Check him out. We're in the lunchroom. It's our after-school dance on Friday at 3:30. All the shades are pulled down. The music is blasting. And there's Beck. He's the only white guy on the dance floor. I think he's trying to do the funky chicken, and people are laughing. Woo, Beck. My, but you are looking sly. He answers, right on, brother. And then he does a very out-of-style Temptation spin and sticks his hands out saying, ooh, psychological. And people about die. Different black girls start taking turns dancing with him just to blow people's minds, while their friends grab each other and double over. Look at him. He's so retarded. Shut up, girl. Don't be making fun of my man. A guy named Derek jumps in. Ooh, Beck, teach it to me, man. Teach me your moves. And Beck actually does. He slows it down, and Derek imitates his spazzy actions. And Robert Bogan jumps in, and Trent Nellums jumps in. And pretty soon, it's a whole soul train going down the middle, Beck in front. Just give me some kind of sign, girl. Oh, my baby, to show me that you're mine, girl. Oh, yeah. Beck. Beck. who boldly went where none of us had gone before and did a brave, funky chicken that turned the food chain upside down. Beck, man, where are you? Do you know that on that day, everybody loved you? Are you listening to this? Can you hear my voice coming out of these speakers right now? It's Foxy Lady from Homeroom, man, and please, if I can just have one more chance, you have to sign my yearbook. I know what I would write in yours. I'd write the addition problem I couldn't solve when I was 13, but I definitely have the answer now. To Mike Beck, you are too cool to be forgotten.